Welcome to the baddest YouTube channel in the land. This is Rod OG, straight from the OG community. How we doing today, fam? Well, I got another banger. I did have a request for this video. Somebody said, hey, did you see what was going on with CeeLo Green? I said, CeeLo Green? Thought he was retired or something. So I went in and I checked it out, and he got some real suspicious things going on. So, too much ado, let's get into this video. But before we do, let's make sure we hitting that subscribe button, hitting that bell notification, and really making sure that we hyping these videos up. It's the only way to get these videos through the algorithm. Make sure we get them out to the masses. Let's go, OG family.
Because you know I gotta see thee. Raise this hat up a little bit. I don't want to take your thing off, so you do it. Because what's going on with the eyes, my guy?
I don't know. What do you think?
Oh, what do you mean? These aren't my real eyes? What do you mean?
Are you kidding? I was born this way.
What are you giving us tonight?
Interesting. That's all.
Yeah. Well, you do that well.
Interesting.
You do that well. The pageantry of the Grammy night never gets old. What is it about this night that you love the most?
The flow, being a part of the community.
Come on now, CeeLo. What you doing out here? That's a bad representation. You really are out here on some demonic stuff. Come on, dog. Let's get it together. Ain't you like 50 years old? Like, what a 50-year-old man dressing like that for? That's a bad representation. You ain't even representing yourself properly. I understand having your own identity, but CeeLo, nobody see you dressed like this. Now you pop out, especially when things are the way they are right now. You pop out on some demonic stuff. Come on, guy. And I guess that's what your son's standing next to you. It's some other things going on. Or are you dressing up for your son? Do he got some things in the closet he might want to open up? Because the way y'all be talking, he might.
The interest, the esteem, the accolade, you know what I mean? The acknowledged, you know what I mean? And so we've all just come down to be distinctive. That's it.
What's the music that did it for you this year?
They were just steps ahead of me, but I'm really rooting, even though I don't look it, you know, feel like, because I'm just an encompassment of all things art.
You are.
But as far as rap, real rap, the return of rap, the clips, man.
Wasn't it sick?
Yes,
The album is sick.
absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, this is my young son.
Hello. Nick?
Lake.
Lake, like Lake Erie? That is amazing. Okay, so where's the thought of saying we're going to...
The man named his son Lake Erie. Come on, man. It's too much dumb stuff going on. Really, CeeLo? Lake Erie. A grown man named Lake Erie. Forget all that. If I was a grown man and my name was Lake Erie, I would be like, call me L. I'm Big L. I wouldn't be calling myself Lake Erie. Then he got this old perm flip. Fathers. We got to do better for our sons. This is an example of not the direction I want my son going in. But like they say, like father, like son.
Name of Lake Erie.
Honestly, I don't know. I guess it opens up just an air of mystery. It makes it seem like a little bit bigger than, just a human being.
Yeah, you're a body. I love it. I love it.
Gotta go with the flow.
Never ending. What's underneath is unknown. that good stuff.
Yeah.
I can dig it. I can dig it. Listen, y'all have the time of your lives tonight. You gonna turn a couple corners at the end of the night?
I will.
Yeah.
I will. So I see
This nigga looking at me like he knows something. Pistol to his face if he owes something.
Who's gonna save my soul now? Tell me who's gonna save my soul now? Oh, I know I'm out of control now. Tired enough to lay my own soul down.
What's up, man? How you doing? Chilling, man. I'm live. We on the street right now. Talk
What's
to
up,
me.
man? Grammys 2026.
Grammys 2026.
We riding for black culture. We riding for black excellence. But we riding for music at large, the landscape, the larger trajectory. You know what I mean? Like everybody's accountable. Everybody's accounted.
Please, CeeLo, don't come on camera talk about you ride for black excellence and all this other stuff, and you come and dressed up very demonic. You are not representing black excellence right now. Whether or not you actually believe in Satan, that is the image that you are giving off. You and your son. And then you got the nerve to say you ride for black excellence? No, you're not. Everything that you're doing screams self. You didn't think about everybody. You thought about you and your son and how much attention either y'all can draw, or the fact that maybe that's something you truly believe in. Who knows? But don't come on here talking about something, oh, you representing black excellence, because dressing up demonic is not representing black excellence. Stop the madness. I can't even sit back and allow you to say something that's foolish. Get your mouth fixed right.
You know what I mean? Like, everybody's looking fly. We looking distinctive. You know what I mean? We can do our thing, make our presence felt. You know, we ain't trying to hurt nobody. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Yeah, and you stepping too.
No
you
doubt.
stepping like.
Put a little paint where it ain't.
Hold on, take him through the fit, bro. Come on, you got to.
Yeah.
You here now.
Yeah, these the Balenciaga joints.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
You know, old school leather pants. You know what I'm saying? Straight like that.
Yeah.
I don't even know why. I think my wife got me this sweater, but it was just working with the color.
I mean,
scheme,
shit, it worked though.
You feel me?
Hell yeah.
Leather Big Apple.
Yeah.
Which is kind of, you know, it's a little out of season out here. I'm coming from Atlanta where it's snowing and everything.
Yeah.
You know.
Wait, it's snowing in Atlanta right now?
Yeah.
Woo.
In some places.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But yeah, no, it's all good. But
yeah,
the vibe is good. So it's just cool. It's a nice little breeze to walk through, man.
For sure.
And we want to come show your platform some love.
Nice to meet you, man. WC.
He said, I got on the leather hat because it's snowing in Atlanta. And then he said, in some places. How big is Atlanta that it'll snow in one place and not another place? I don't think Atlanta is that big. CeeLo, man. Dude, stop with the lies.
Got the boy, man.
Hell yeah.
Talk to
love,
the boy,
man. Yeah.
Now, I saw y'all when y'all hit the red carpet, I believe, with the Grammys. Yes, sir. Yeah, y'all hit the red carpet together. And you know, of course, it was great to see y'all, you know, paired together as father, son, and in support of one another's art. And you know, I guess attacking the carpet collectively. Now, one of the things that came up from you guys' appearance, there was a question in you guys' faith. And what faith you guys held in regards to, I guess, what creator or what origin of faith you possess for yourself. So I want to allow you the opportunity, both to speak as to where your faith is based.
Want to speak first?
Not yet.
Well, I know I mentioned earlier that both my mother and father were ministers at Southern Baptist. So I've had my fair share of salvation.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, for sure. And I think, that innate, quality or quirk or what have you, you know what I mean, has run throughout the body of work, you know what I'm saying, that I've done. You know what I mean, even we were speaking about Get Up, Get Out earlier today, you know what I'm saying, like I end that verse by saying, I know the Lord ain't brought me this far, so he can drop me off here, and I make myself clear. You know what I mean? So, no, I never thought that, something that we did, artistically, a spiritual, or a faith practice and belief system would ever come up into question. I mean, like, I feel like it has been the faith, like that has caused me to be resilient and enduring enough, you know what I mean, like, to have lasted professionally at the wind of unpopular, opinion,
That's right.
you know what I'm saying, and political incorrectness, you know what I'm saying, like, over and over and over again, we throw ourselves into the battle, you know this, and so, like, like, as artists, I mean, like,
right.
But we have to, you know what I mean, we have a right, so like, a civil right to expound upon, so like, black excellence, black exoticism, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, I always wanted people to, this is the welcoming, that I wanted people to feel about Atlanta. This was a place that you could come and be expressive. The entire city, the landscape is a canvas, you know what I'm saying, to paint and to grow from, you know what I'm saying, like, to become a product of an all-inclusive, like, environment, you know what I mean, like, and I don't feel like talking shit, you know what I'm saying, like, gangster shit as it's defined, you know what I'm saying, or categorized, you know what I mean, like, I think that's so easy to do, and that's like a trump card I'll play. And by the time I get to talking gangster shit, I'm all out of tricks. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, so, like, let me inspire you. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, let me, be far-reaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, beyond, the borders of limitation. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, like, let me land, you know what I'm saying? Like, somewhere and plant a flag and say we were here. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I'm an ambassador for black excellence and black music, black arts and black industry. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? So, like, it's like, I've got the torch, you know what I'm saying, like, the figurative torch, you know what I'm saying?
Yes, CeeLo, you have been in the game for a long time, and you have been a very good artist. But when you start saying that you're representing a certain demographic, representing excellence in that demographic, it's a few things that you have to do. You got to watch what you say and watch what you represent. And when you came out dressed very demonic with red eyes, you were not representing black excellence. You were representing yourself and whatever personal cause you had. So don't bring black excellence up, because that was not the case. Just say, hey, my son wanted to dress a particular way, and I was there to support him. Because you can kind of tell when he started talking about he wanted people to be able to express themselves, and that was the landscape he wanted in Atlanta. Well, look at Atlanta. That is the landscape. People expressing themselves in all kind of ways, good, bad. So obviously, your son must be in a different crowd than everybody else. And you want to support that. And there's nothing wrong with supporting your kid. But don't misrepresent black excellence by saying that's what you were representing, because that was not what you were representing.
To bear light, so like, and I think that it's essential that the individual account be, appreciated. So like, and so, yeah, man, like, no, it's just an act of individualism. You know what I mean? So just to answer your question very plainly and simply, I'm going to let him answer his. No, I mean, like, I don't worship the devil or none of this shit. So you feel me? Like, the red eyes were, and I was joking with somebody on the internet, because every now and again I like to, play the dozens and go back and forth in the comments and Joan and talk shit, flopping this shit. I'm like, all right, So I'm like, look, man, you know what I mean? Like, if you wanted to do it, you could have done it. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like they sell them things at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? They sell them at Hot Topic, you know, in the middle of Cumberland Mall somewhere. You can go and get it if you want to play dress up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, but see, a lot of these niggas don't realize that they wearing costumes. You know what I'm saying? Y'all dressed up like real niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, I might paint my face or do something different so I don't be mistaken for you.
Yeah, that makes sense. So okay, and that's wonderful because you said it very plainly. You do not worship, you know, Satan and nothing like that. You are founded in Baptist Christian principles, and you have maintained those principles.
And we're intellectualists, right? So you guys should look up in Webster's dictionary, man, the definition of Satanism, man. Like, it really boils down to the worship of oneself. You know what I mean? Like, I'm a selfless individual. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like, I'm here to give. You know what I mean? Like, you know, be transparent. You know what I mean? Like, be a vehicle and a vessel. You know what I mean? Like, you know, so, you know, motherfuckers, I'm here to be an off-ramp. You know, like, from the loop. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, that's it.
An off-ramp from the loop.
Niggas live on loop. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like,
anything different.
Yeah.
You're going to make sure you can separate this from that.
Anything different. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, is acceptable. You know what I mean? Like, you know, a means to an end. You know what I mean? Like, an alternative. You know what I'm saying? Like, reality. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, there are multiple dimensional things, you know, like, that we can take into account, into consideration. I feel like I represent that ethereal class. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, in an extroverted way. Like, I mean, like, so if something I'm doing is not normal, you know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't mean that it's abnormal either. You know what I'm saying? Like, it could mean that it's exceptional. But are you going to give me the credit for being exceptional or not? You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, or because you accept your own normalcy. And there's nothing wrong with normalcy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, so if a motherfucker, yeah, exactly. So if somebody else had to walk down, if a normal motherfucker had to walk down the red carpet, you know what I'm saying? Like, would they have gotten the press coverage that I got? You know what I'm saying? Like, you feel me? Like, I don't think so. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think it's just a matter of distinction. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, and also, it's about product and it's about product placement. You know what I mean? So we have a product to sell. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, you know, and to promote. And, you know, also it's a showcase of the support system that I have with my son. My son is about to venture out into a space. So that's me chaperoning him down through the valley of the shadow of death. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can associate those cameras and those interviewers with the monkey wrenches and the fucking, you know what I'm saying, like, the low blows and the questioning and shit like that. I associate that shit with demonic energy, you know what I'm saying, or it can be perceived as such. And I'm like, you know what I mean, like, I'm going to walk you down through the valley of the shadow of death, and you know what I'm saying, like, you're going to be more confident in this element to brave them, and we're going to get to the other side safely. I'm going to be with you. You know what I'm saying, you feel me, like, and these energies, they're going to recognize you as strong, you know what I'm saying, you feel me, like, as fierce and as a worthy adversary, you know what I'm saying, you feel me, so therefore, when you come back alone, they know to stay at bay, you know what I'm saying, you feel me?
But Jesus is still the way and the light.
Oh, absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to forgive me because I'm getting a little upset about it.
Well, you know, you're supposed to be passionate about what you believe.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, so for sure. You know what I mean? Like,
speak your full mind in your full voice, and you ain't got to hold back for me.
You know? So, yeah, no, for sure. That's it, and I appreciate you saying that.
Right on, man. This is a safe place with family.
Yes, sir.
Late?
I truly believe that the devil, Satan, Lucifer, however you want to give him his credit, he gets no acknowledgement or credit in terms of the artistic expression, the creative direction, or the overall hard work that it took. You know what I'm saying? Like, to get to a point to be so fearless, as well as the purpose that we were endowed with from our Heavenly Father that we acknowledge each and every single day. That's one of the principles that was very well instilled within my support system, within my family, within my parents. And honestly, even when it comes to a discussion about what different may look like to our people, I think we tend to immediately associate it with something negative, something evil, based on the lack of understanding of it.
And the lack of exposure.
And then the lack of exposure, you know what I'm saying?
Or maybe a saturation of exposure to things that come from a certain place that only look a certain way.
Exactly.
You know, so if a person's only experience with, for lack of better terms, devil worshiping, has an appearance or an imagery or symbolism that looks similar to the way you present yourself, then that association would be inevitable. However, what's dangerous about that, which is the reason why I'm giving you guys an opportunity to articulate your position yourself, is because if that appearance is enough to make you put them over here, then whoever is devil worshiping, and that if they appear like us, then we're going to put them over here.
Right.
So you got to get past the first layer. You got to not just say, okay, well, just because I see this doesn't mean that this is what it is.
Right.
Let me actually hear a person speak and state their position, because you must observe with thine eyes and confess with thy mouth.
Right.
You understand that? So just because you see something this way, if it ain't confessed with its mouth and accepted the role, responsibility, and the risk associated with damnation, they got to say that at their face. They got to say, nah, I ain't with Jesus. I'm over here with this. And if a person ain't came at their face and said that, their appearance should not hold as much weight as our people have been allowing it to hold for so long.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Agreed. Well said, King.
Right on.
Thank you guys for sticking with me through another banger. OG community, I'm glad at the end CeeLo explained himself, because he was getting me a little upset. But thank y'all for joining me for another banger, OG family. More to come. Make sure we hitting that subscribe button, and make sure we hyping up these videos. One love.